Hey fam, it's me again. I have another piece that I want to share with you. This is a piece that nobody wants to talk about. Churches, schools, governments, families usually don't like talking about this. It's rape. RAPE. I wrote a book 2005 called Ravishment, a Perpetual Epidemic to Reassuring and Peaceful Emotions. So the piece that I'm about to read in a few minutes is in that book. The goal of the book is to take a victim to being a victor because there is life after rape. However, you need help. You need to heal. It doesn't go away overnight. There's residual effects that's accompanied with rape, especially if you stay in victim mode. It is a violation to the utmost. Someone taking your pocketbook, that's bad. Someone taking your ID, that's bad. You can get that back though. You can get another pocketbook. You can even get your ID back. And I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but you can get that back. When someone violates your body, you can't get that back. If your first time ever having sex, you were raped, you can't get that back. You can't ever go back to that first time. It's done. It's gone. If it's your 100th time, you can't get that time back. So it is a violation that causes so much or could cause so much damage. This is why I want to talk about it. So like I said, churches, families, schools, governments usually don't talk about it. But lately in the media, we're seeing all this stuff. They open up the door. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I know when people get a cold, there's common symptoms with a cold. People cough, people sneeze, people, have runny noses and all that stuff. From my experience, from talking to people, from my own experience, I've noticed that with rape, there are some things that are just as common. Like there's common things that people do, common things that people say. And like I can talk to someone and sometimes I can be like, oh, they've been raped by what they say, by their mannerism, by what they do. If they tell me a little bit of their experience, I'm a bather. I wash all the time. That is one symptom that I found to be common. I know people who take showers 3 and 4 times a day and they have not been raped in 20, 30 years, or people who was raped a week ago. I mean, that is one of the common symptoms. But some people go extremely the opposite. I know a girl who had told me she doesn't wash. She likes to smell bad because in her head, that keeps people away. So, I mean, she washes, but that's not her first thing on her mind. And I mean, it can cause so much damage, so much damage. If you have been raped and have not started a healing process, please get help. The hotline number, National Sexual Assault hotline number is 1-800-656-4673. Again, 800-656-4673. That can start you. If you they have avenues, they have people that you can talk to, they have people in your city, in your state that they can direct you to. If you have insurance, go talk to someone, go talk to a counselor. If you don't have insurance, there's pastors. Look up pastors, counselors that do it for free. Talk to a friend, talk to a confidant, somebody that you really trust. If you're in school, talk to a teacher or a counselor. I mean, start your healing process. Start getting help. If you have been raped and you are a victor now, you have come through, you're healed, you're strong, reach out and help somebody else. That's what you're supposed to do. If you have overcome the rape, because there is life after rape, and you've learned how to deal with, go talk to someone. The best person to help a person in the same situation is the person that's been through it, because you can say, I went through it. I went through it. And in life, you can't go over, you can't go under, you have to go through it. You have to go through it. That's the only way you can make it through. So if you are one of those, if you're blessed and fortunate enough that you have made it through it, reach out, talk to someone, open up a line, write some encouraging words, post it on social media, do something, get involved in some way, help people to start healing. Please help people to start healing. They say the statistics are 1 out of every 3 females have been raped. 1 out of every 5 males you know have been raped. That is a lot, people. You count in your family, 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, up. On the male side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. I mean, that is a lot of people. And those are the stories that are told. Those are not statistics of people that don't tell because they're embarrassed, because they're ashamed, because they feel like they did something wrong. If you have been raped, you did not do anything wrong. You can walk outside your house with no clothes on. I don't recommend it, but you can walk outside of your house with no clothes on. Nobody has a right to take your body if you did not invite them to. It is a violation. It is a violation. I'm getting amped. I'm going to read this poem. I don't want to get emotional, and I do because I'm real passionate about this. Getting teary-eyed now. But yeah, so let me get through this poem. It's called Rape. So with no further ado, please listen to the words. He took it by force. It was not of your will. So why have you lived years as if it's an ill? You're still living with the pain, giving him power, while you bathe time after time, crying in the shower? In your mind, you believe you did something wrong. So you try to scrub off all the dirt so that you can move on. But you were not dirty. He was the dirty one. He took your innocence before your life begun. Getting caught up and lost through the years, you learned to turn your pain inwardly instead of tears. You felt like your cry wasn't loud enough, but if it didn't kill you, it would only make you tough. However, during those years you got lost somewhere in the shuffle, you became a people pleaser because your story was muffled. You felt ashamed and embarrassed around a few people that knew, wishing that this had not happened to anyone, especially you. Your teenage years, they progressively got worse. You had died, but no one even noticed because you didn't leave in a hearse. Your soul had died, so the human eye could not see that you were just a shell with your inside empty. You did not learn who you were because that meant dealing with the pain. So every time you saw a storm, you would run from the rain. However, you did gain strength in other ways, just so that you can make it through your days. You became a controller, so no one controlled you. Even the door that brought you pain, you gained power to. You began to learn the art of sex well, but the invisible shackles still had you in a mental shell. You feared to say the powerful word no. Sorry, I'm sniffing, y'all, because I'm emotional. But you feared to say the powerful word no because you buried the past, but you didn't let it go. So from time to time, certain things would spark a nerve. You became complacent and settled for less than you deserved. You never really learned what you like or really wanted. Because of your past, you were still haunted. You never learned your true value, your true worth, the goddess that you are, the mother of this earth. Analyzing yourself, you said you're like grits. You take on a flavor of whatever fits. Raped the first time, very lost and confused. Emotionally scarred and very badly bruised. The second time, Lord, how could this be? Out of all the people in the world, God, why me? The third time, overwhelmed and just plain numb, asking, where's all this coming from? No longer fighting because you gave up your will while he lays on top of you and your body just still. But you focus on a lamp way across the room because the physical and the mental pain is just too much for you to consume. The fourth time, the fifth time, you ain't even counting anymore. You're left feeling dirty and your whole body just sore. You look in the mirror to see if there's a sign on your face. What makes your temple Satan's dwelling place? Demons being released time after time, your body becoming a home of sexual crime. But your mind, it builds its own recycle bin. So when the pain is unbearable, you toss it right in. However, you've not emptied it, so the baggage you begin to carry. Light on the outside, but the inside, quite the contrary. You just wanted someone to love you for whoever you were, but you didn't love yourself because of the things that had occurred. Not knowing, you became an addict to affection and attention. This caused self-destruction beyond your own comprehension. You gave affection and attention in abundance, and you just want some of it back. You begin to fiend for it like a junkie fiending for crack. You was almost to the point of where you were going to sell your soul, and that's when you realized you had to give God total control. You had to face what was deep down at the core, because through the years, your inner cry, you too begin to ignore. Don't ignore it. Get help. I often say if somebody had caught me when I was that empty shell, when I had died, but nobody didn't even notice, If somebody had caught me right then, my whole life may have been different. However, I thank God for the life that I have because God showed me that my experience is to help someone else. So that's what I want to do. I want to help people. If you're stuck there, I still get so emotional because it happens every day, all day. I read this poem to my children's friends. They were teenagers, they were little, and it was about 5 or 6 girls around. And 3 of the girls said, "Was that about me?" And I was like, "What?" Like, I didn't even know, but I was just reading, just sharing it with them. And I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, if you have overcome, share, do something, get involved, help. You're the best person to help because you know what it's like. So it's no, you can't tell me you didn't go through. Every situation is different, but you can start. Yes, I did go through it, and this is what I did. You can't go under, can't go over. You got to go through. Help pull somebody through if you have done it. And if, I mean, you can even partner together if y'all want to go through together. Neither one of you have been through, but get help. I'm talking to the males, I'm talking to the females, I'm talking to the young people, I'm talking to the older people. Get help. Start healing. And if you're healed, help somebody else to heal.